David Krapf, editor-in-chief of WorkBoat and WorkBoat.com. Welcome to the 40th WorkBoat show. And we have three questions for John Buchanan, who's the president of Harbor Docking and Towing in Lake Charles, Louisiana. And John just came off the stage. He was our featured speaker at the Tugs and Coastal Towing Program, and he discussed his tug project, which we have one question about that. But the first one is, how would you describe the current state of the ship assist tug market, both where you operate in Lake Charles and nationwide?
I think the market nationwide is kind of similar to what it is in Lake Charles. It's steady. The ship owners are always pushing us to operate less and less expensive and keeping costs down. We would like to see some additional traffic throughout the ports, but for the most part, I think we're all pretty steady.
Now, when you do your ship assist, mainly it's just tankers, correct?
Yeah, for Lake Charles, we have a lot of crude oil tankers. We have a couple refineries there. They are building several LNG export facilities that'll be open for transport at some point soon. And then we have a lot of chemical clean product refineries, and so
you'll obviously bid on those LNG ship escort contracts, and you have the equipment to meet those specifications.
That's right. So we have the tugs and the horsepower currently in the port to handle those. Most LNG projects want their own dedicated terminal tugs. We would build them for them and operate them, and then use our current fleet as backup.
Now, another question is what you just talked about in your presentation. You just built a pair of new tugs. Now, why did you decide to build the first tugs in the U.S. with a Cat hybrid propulsion system?
Well, just like any company, we were kind of looking for an edge, and we needed some technology that matched our operational profile. We didn't want to spend lots of fuel and main engine time with large main diesel engines, burning lots of fuel, burning lots of maintenance hours. We wanted to be able to go to and from a job in the most economical means possible. And to us, that was the hybrid solution from Cat, where we could transit to the job in a diesel-electric mode, burning 20 gallons an hour versus 50 gallons an hour or 70 gallons an hour. And so it was about fuel consumption. It was about putting as much bollard pull in as small a boat as possible to operate in our narrow waters there in Calcasieu.
What is about bollard pull on the boats?
80 plus metric tons.
And they've been operating since June and mid-August, right?
Yep.
So how are they operating? How have they been performing? I know there's certainly some tweaks, but how are they operating?
Sure. Overall, everyone is extremely pleased with the boats. The pilots, the ship owners, and of course our operators. The boats are really just their beast. When they need power, you have power. When you need, it's a sit fuel, you still get around just fine. It drives and handles just like every other tug, ASD tractor tug, even in all three of the modes. So the masters, we didn't have to retrain the masters to operate the vessels. They can go from any tug, one tug to the next tug to the next tug in our fleet, and not have any problems at all.
Oh, that's great. And finally is, what are HDT, Harbor Docking and Towing, HDT's plans for the future? Do you envision building more of these new hybrid tugs?
We do. I think traditionally our business model is about every 5 years we'll build a pair of new tugs. We like to build in pairs, and so what we'll do is we're probably about 2.5, 3 years away from doing the next cycle of tugs. And right now we're pleased enough with the hybrid system that we'll probably stick with that going forward in the future. Now, we may scale it up a little bit, especially to target some of the LNG companies that want more and more horsepower. That hybrid system very easily could be configured to have 90 plus metric tons of bollard pull, or 95 or 100 metric tons. So it's the components are all the same. You just kind of upsize them a little bit.
Well, thanks, John. That's it from the first day of the WorkBoat show, first interview, and we'll be back.